myself. These I could get them.
Downtown between Brush Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2002. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Detroit Lions. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll be brought down here as the penalty flags come in right away, and we may have a face mask here right at the start. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Here's Johnson. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Crunch down, defense.
Operating from the gun, Lawrence. That is incomplete. Kerryon Johnson, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
He had a good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Out of his end zone, Winston. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. Mike Ford in on the tackle. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Ready? Blue ready. Watching your five. 6 man. Check curls, check curls, check curls.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Winston. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Ready? 125. Let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
Jameis to throw it. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, do I have that dagger play? Do I have that play to just finish it off right now? Because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. 55.
Check, 55. Hey, 5-0, 5-0, 5-0. Pick it up.
From the gun, Winston. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Winston. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can try to have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Off play action. Lawrence. He sets to fire deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
They've had touchdowns on both of their drives thus far, but now they face a 3rd and long. From the gun, Lawrence. And it's caught by Parker. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, touchdown, Detroit. Devontae Parker, 78 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
I think if you pulled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they had a long drive going last time, but it stalled out. But still, maybe something positive to carry forward from that last drive.
Well, a few different things that you carry forward. Number one, as you noted, they were moving it pretty well, so that gives them a lot of confidence. The second part is, keeps your defense off the field, gives them a chance to rest up a little bit. And last but not least, you've taken a good look at what you've done on offense, noted where the weaknesses are, and you know when you want to come back to them.
I like when you're organized with your points. Well done.
A, B, and C.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the third time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. And he comes back with one complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. First down, Winston. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
I bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's second and 11. They'll throw again. Winston. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Everyone, you got four down.
On the ground, this is Johnson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. First down, Lions on a pickup of 13.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
Now Johnson. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's second and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The last run got 6, now second and 4.
Tackles.
From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. And there you go, nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a second and 11. Winston now. And this is incomplete. He was looking for Chris Godwin that time. And it'll bring up third down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Flip. 55, Mike, 55. Wait. Hey, tight. Check 24.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. Oh, he almost had the rare interception. The big fella couldn't hang on, though. Incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
And it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
On first down, Lawrence going deep here for Parker. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Hey, foxtrot, get it.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Lawrence. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. And this ball's going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. They'll begin the drive with Howard. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Here they come, 2nd and 10 now from the 10. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Trying to get it that time to Stills. And now it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Hey, stop. You ain't doing nothing today. Follow.
On third down, Winston. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down.
It's always a goal that's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That's pulled in at the 32. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over first and 10.
Let's go now. 90 Wolf.
59. They can't hang with us.
Shoot.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
That's where you belong.
The star at nearby Michigan, Jabril Peppers, in on the stop. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in front. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Escaping the pressure right. Throwing deep for Galladay. Touchdown, Detroit. Kenny Galladay, his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flush from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control, and a pretty good arm there, too.
Ready. Black 25. White. Watch twist.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the two tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
At the Lions' 42-yard line.
Ready. Black 22.
Check 55 to Mike. I'm coming. White. Twitch. Watch the twitch. Mike 55. Mike 55.
On 2nd and 9. Winston. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 26. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A first down run not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 25-yard line.
Ready. Black 22. 5 on the 50. 5 on
On 2nd and 9, Winston into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10, and his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Winston. Space to maneuver at the 40. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. That one good for 26 and a first down.
26 yards. First down, Buccaneers.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Out of the gun, this is Howard. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Ready? White 25. Man, that's trash. That's trash. Let's go.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Winston. They'll set up the screen to Howard. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Ready?
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Winston. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 7 yards there and a first down. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
What a job by this defense all game long. They've come together and really said, no one's crossing our goal line, and they're definitely not going to start right now.
You can just see the dejection. Feel like nothing is working offensively. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Working out of the gun, Winston. He's got Evans. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bucs are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 34-yard line.
Here we go. 8 read.
Off the play fake. Lawrence eluding the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on third down. Operating from the gun, Lawrence. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on third and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Winston, he finds his target. It's Evans. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down. Winston now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now Jones. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
It's going to be a long day.
throwing. Winston. And he finds a man on the crossing route. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
To number 14. A gain of 5. First
ready.
down,
You ready.
Tampa Bay.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
On first down, they run with Howard. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
It's a loss of a yard.
Back now at Ford Field. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the fourth quarter.
Ready. White 25.
Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
On second and 11 now. Winston. That's caught by Howard. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 12-yard line.
Ready. Black 25 behind.
First down, Buccaneers.
On first down, it's Jones. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Trey Flowers there on the tackle. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The Bucs on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Winston. And it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep. And now look at him go. The 30, 20, 10, touchdown, Detroit. Ty Johnson, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here? And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Darius Slay with a pick. And shedding the tackle and now some room. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
Deep in there, right? Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Running from the gun with Howard. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Out on the edge, you love to have cornerbacks like that that can bring him down in the run game.
And you're also exposed to everyone. It really becomes a one-on-one play, doesn't it? You're out there by yourself on the edge. The best ones know how to make the play, and we just saw an example of it right there.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The intended target was Chris Godwin, and that'll make it third down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
The Bucs on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Winston. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 22-yard line.
First down, Buccaneers.
Let's go.
Winston now to throw on first down. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Jameis to throw it. Gets this to his running back, Jordan Howard. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
White 25.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Try to punch it in with Howard. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Jordan Howard. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs are able to cut into that deficit. So now a 2-point conversion attempt coming for Winston and the Bucs.
Switch up. Easy.
Banjo.
Easy. Hey.
Check 55 to Mike. I got it.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Come on, now. Let's go.
At their own 37-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. The Lions on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
Pilot, 64, weak 5.
Running from the gun, Johnson. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. Returning is Peppers. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Jameis now on 1st down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. A 2nd down throw for Winston. He finds Howard complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
1st down, Tampa Bay.
Ready? Blue ready. Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
A 1st down throw for Winston. Got an open man. It's Harmon. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
He completes it to Evans. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 16. 1st down, Tampa Bay.
1st down, Buccaneers.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To the air again with Winston. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Leads to 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you back.
They'll throw again. Winston. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, it's Winston. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Will Harris. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
Got it.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And when you break it down, this was just a thoroughly dominating performance.
And I truly thought that we'd have a tight game coming into this one. I think you felt the same way based on our conversation after the production meeting. But obviously not the case. And how about just how it broke open? You just all of a sudden, whoosh, there it is. This thing is pretty much done. And the crowd stayed with it despite